If you don't like warm tones, don't buy this. What's the difference between the Makeup by Mario Ethereal palette and the Natasha Denona I Need a New palette? This is my number one asked question because I said this is the best eyeshadow palette and the only one you need. But everyone wanted me to compare this to this, so I had to buy it. It says 12 shades, it says 15. This is $135 and this $114 on the Sephora website, but of course they were sold out, so I got it online. Clearly haven't touched this, so let me do some swatches and let's compare. This side is Mario and this side is Natasha Denona. Screenshot this for the comparison. Now I'm going to tell you the biggest difference I could tell from the swatches. Mario glitter formula is so much more translucent. That means when you apply it, it's going to look more iridescent and show what's underneath. Whereas most of the Natasha Denona shades do have a color underneath it, meaning the actual color is more intense. Personally, I've never seen a palette do an iridescent glitter. That's why I love the Mario palette so much. But don't worry, I will do a side-by-side comparison on my eyes. Another key difference is that the Natasha Denona palette pulls less warm. There's definitely warm shades in here, but it definitely pulls more neutral and even has some pinky tones. Whereas Mario definitely has some cool shades, but it's definitely a lot more warm. Let's do a little side-by-side comparison on the eyes. For the Mario side, let's start off with this color on the crease. For Natasha Denona, I'm starting off with the shade Fair. I'll go in with this shade with the Mario, again in the crease. Love how well these mattes blend. Vague for this side. By the way, these are two separate brushes. This feels a little bit less pigmented, but it's definitely building up and blending well. I'm going to grab a little bit of this dark brown and just pop it in the outer corner. We'll go in with the very similar one on this side. Shimmers, I always go in with my finger. This is the Mario, and you can just see why I love it so much. I haven't set my face yet, that's why it's oily. Like I said, these shimmer shades are so different to the Mario ones. They do have an iridescent one that I'll use, but I do need to show you this. This is so pigmented, but we're going to use this one for a fair comparison. I feel like if I walk past you on the street, you would not tell a difference. But if we are getting picky, the biggest difference is the glitters. And personally, for the looks that I like doing, the Mario palette's perfect. However, that does not mean the Natasha is not good. A little bit more daytime appropriate. Honestly, the quality did feel very, very similar between these palettes. The color story is quite similar. I would go for the Mario palette if glitter is your thing. And as it is quite a warm tone palette, if you don't like warm tones, don't buy this. Personally, I love this palette and will continue to love it, and I love how the pans are so big. But if you're someone that doesn't like straight glitter eyeshadows, I would get this. There's some beautiful shimmers and some more pigmented than the one I showed. This has a lot more neutral rosy tones. Also, there's just a lot more colors to play with. Both are quite sturdy packaging, quite similar inside. Obviously, this is just a first impression, but I do think this is a great palette. Do I need both? Probably not, but these are the colors I do use, so I know I will use this. Let me know which one you prefer and which one you'll get.